via satellite from Hollywood. It's Rockline, the show where you interview the hottest stars in rock and roll. Hello again, I'm Bob Coburn. Rock is brought to you in part by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Tonight, Rockline is an evening with Damn Yankees, so get your questions ready and call us toll-free in the U.S. and Canada at 1-800-344-ROCK. That's 1-800-344-7625. One number toll-free from anywhere in North America. When word spread last year that a new band had formed with Jack Blades, Ted Nugent, and Tommy Shaw, people were curious. What are these guys going to sound like? Styx and Night Ranger meet Ted Nugent? Well, the record is out now, and if you haven't heard it, you're in for a real treat tonight because we're going to play 6 or 7 new songs for you as Rockline welcomes some Damn Yankees, Jack Blades. Jack, good to see you.
Bob, it's nice to see you in men's clothing again.
This is your first time on the show, isn't it, Jack?
Oh, yeah, I've never been here before.
I think it's double figures for you now. This is your 10th appearance on Rockline, and we haven't figured out why yet. Yeah.
I love that chair over there has got a little dent in it in the shape of Jack's butt.
What'd you call me? Did you call me a butt? Did you hear him?
Certainly did. Also with us tonight, Tommy Shaw. Good to see you.
Hi, Bob.
And Ted Nugent had planned on being here, but I guess he's down with the flu back in Michigan. And,
that's just what he told us.
That's what he told us. Yeah,
man, we're convinced he's in a tree stand in Upper Peninsula with his sleeping bag with his mobile phone, man. I know the guy.
We're going to talk to him a little later, so for all you Nuge fans, he will be on via telephone a little bit later. Let's begin with how the band started. Tommy, why don't you take that? How did the band get going?
Well, Ted and I had threatened to get together for a while, and a time came up when we both had a little bit of time off, and Ted was coming through New York, and he decided to stop by with his guitar, and I got a couple of friends of mine to come in. Michael Cartellone, who's the drummer of Damn Yankees now.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
From Cleveland. And we just, rather than working up some, just, playing some standard blues jams or anything like that, we just wrote a couple of things just to, just see what it was like. And we liked it enough so the next time Ted was in the area, he came through New York again. We did it again, but we never really considered it like a band sort of thing. It was just something we were enjoying doing. And as soon as we found out from a friend that Night Ranger had broken up, we found out like the same day, I think. And 2 days later, Jack Blades shows up in New York with a suitcase.
I'm like knocking. It's like a knock on Tommy's door, and he opens the door, and I'm like here with 2 Halliburtons going, okay, where's my room?
Yeah. Where do I sleep? Where do I put my stuff?
Which one's my place? Yeah.
And we went right into to a rehearsal hall, and just, I don't know, it just kind of happened immediately. We called a friend of ours who owns a China club in New York and said, can we come down and play? And he said, yeah, we'll give you like 45 minutes at the end. There's a band down here that said you could use their gear. We went in and just threw together 45 minutes of stuff.
I mean, we had songs, we had a few choruses. We said, we'll just go up there and just, do bad reputation. You know what I mean?
That part down.
Just make up the word. Doesn't matter. They're not going to listen to lyrics anyway.
And we went down there and people were, it
was great.
Now you got 2 lead guitar players and 3 guys who sing in the band. How'd you figure out who was going to do what?
That's actually that just came about pretty easy. I mean, singing wise, Tommy and I do most of the singing. Actually, we sing a lot of the songs together. Like duet style.
Yeah, we do a lot of duet style songs.
You sound good together. Your voices really complement each other. It sounds really good on the record.
Thanks, Bob.
Certain songs
that was one of the things that really set it off for us. As soon as we started singing together, it was you can either sing with somebody or you can't. And Jack and I just really hit it off. And it was the whole thing has just been sort of effortless.
The Everly Brothers on acid.
Now, what about the songwriting? You credited everybody with writing everything. Surely that wasn't the case. I mean, why'd you?
Why wouldn't it be, Bob?
Yeah, right.
Come on, no. Actually, it was. We decided, that all of us had a lot of ideas, and a lot of things flowing and everything. And Tommy actually came up with. He said, "Man, instead of like one of us wanting to try to push to get our bad idea on the record, just so we'd be have as many songs. We should combine everybody, and just combine them all, and just so everybody just basically wrote everything. You can tell there's certain things that certain people, you could tell their influence, but we really it was a genuine joint effort in regards to songwriting on every song.
Now the lead track is Coming of Age, and I guess the video's just now out for that, huh? Just came out in the last couple of days?
Yeah, it just gets out this week.
Well, let's take a look at it right now on Rockline. Damn Yankees, Coming of Age from the debut album on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. We're with Jack Blades and Tommy Shaw. We'll take a quick time out and then come back with your phone calls for the guys at 1-800-344-ROCK, plus information on the Rockline Ovation Guitar of the Stars sweepstakes. It's Rockline coming to you live on the Global Satellite Network. And welcome back to Rockline. It's an evening with Jack Blades and Tommy Shaw from Damn Yankees. Our first call is Lori in Milwaukee, listening to WQFM. Hi, Lori.
Hey, hi. How you guys?
Hello, Lori.
I've got 2 questions for you guys tonight. The first of which is, a lot of bands are completely instrument-oriented, and yet others are lyrically oriented. I was wondering what you guys consider the most important element in your music personally, as well as with Damn Yankees.
I have to say, for Damn Yankees, the groove was the thing.
Musically, you think it's musically or lyrically oriented? What do you think, T?
Well, I guess certain songs we went for lyrics. Certain songs,
like Pile Driver.
Like Pile Driver.
We really went for the lyrics.
Bad reputation, like would a lollipop get you back on top?
And the Candyman, your friend. Those were some heavy lyrics you wrote there, Tommy.
It was very introspective, and it was.
It shows Tommy is the sensitive artist.
You notice we didn't. You can tell how important it was by the fact there's no lyric sheet on the album.
Yeah, there's just pictures. You know what? We just went in there and started.
I had this thing that I was sure going to put an end to the war in El Salvador, but Ted wouldn't let us do it, and
we went in and just we had such a fun time cutting the tracks. We had a great time singing, and it was important. Both parts are important to us, but I think more than anything else, this is just a straight ahead rock and roll band, and I think it's the music that really transcends everything.
Do you have another question, Lori?
Yes, I do. In your musical careers, what do you consider the single most important lesson that you've learned either about yourselves or the music industry in your experiences with the bands that you've played with?
Man, are you reading those questions? This sounds like a test.
I was going to say, you're being tested, and you'll be getting your grade in the mail.
Could you repeat the question? No, I'm just kidding. Well, what do you think, Tommy?
let me finish writing this down. Hang on.
Biggest influence?
The biggest thing that I learned was that I dig being in a band.
Yeah, you did learn that. I've always been in bands. I mean, that's something I've always loved to do.
Jack learned by my experience.
Don't ever go solo. No.
But seriously, I love being in a band. I love being in this band in particular.
I think the most important thing I've ever learned is when you want to do something, to just go and reach for the sky when you do it, and this whole business is about doing that, because this whole business that we're in is about people telling you can't do what you know you can do, and I think the most important thing that I learned is that if you believe strongly enough that you can do it, then you'll get the job done, and you can get whatever you want to reach for.
So shoot for the moon. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, man, and settle for Cleveland.
Watch it.
Well, no,
a lot of good folks
so
there.
much
Come
for
on
our
now.
record being played in Cleveland.
Yeah, really.
No, Michael's all his
family is in Cleveland. No more Cleveland
And
jobs.
he's currently going door to door, shaking hands, trying to patch things up right now. Thanks, Laurie. Let's move on. Talk to Terry in San Antonio, listening to San Antonio's Kiss. Hi, Terry.
Hi. Actually, it's Carrie with a C.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Carrie.
Watch it, Bob, will you?
Okay, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you guys. I think your band is really great.
Thank you.
And my question is more directed to Jack. I was a really big Night Ranger fan, and I was really upset when you guys broke up. But I almost got the feeling the last couple albums, like you felt like you had been constricted, and your talents or I don't know, you maybe being constricted. I did see you in concert here last March, and I kind of got the feeling that the band was a little bit on edge. Was there a time before that you knew you were going to be leaving the band, or?
Well, actually, Carrie, right?
Carrie,
yeah. It was you really hit the nail on the head. We'd had some problems with our record company constantly releasing ballads, and it's something that this band Night Ranger never started out being a ballad band, and so there's some friction there and everything like that. But really, basically, it just ended up that everybody wanted to go sort of in separate directions, and we've been together for 10 years almost, and there was really not any heavy friction, because Jeff and Kelly and Brad and myself are all, and Fitz too, we're all still really good friends. We talk all the time and everything. But it was just one of those things. It was so weird, but when it's time to leave and like to split something up, and it's hard to explain it, but we all knew that this was the time, and it ended up that's kind of what happened. I know a lot of people were upset about it and things like that, but I'm sure that none of us are going to let you down in the future things that we do, and we'll just keep, all of us in our individual ways, we'll just keep making good music for you guys out there.
There you go. You can't beat that, Kerry. Thanks for being on the Rockline. If you have not heard this album, we're going to play a whole bunch for you tonight. Most everybody's heard Coming of Age, but maybe not some other tracks. Here's one for you now. This is Runaway on Rockline by Damn Yankees. Runaway, Damn Yankees on Rockline. We're with Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades right now. We have a call from Nashville, Tennessee. It's Randy, a listener of 103 KDF. Hey, Randy, you're on.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Randy.
Before y'all formed the group, how much did you know of each other's music?
Well, let's see. We kind of knew each other, I think, better than, we knew what we'd heard on the radio. I don't think any of us were great students of each other's stuff.
I knew a lot of Styx stuff, though. I mean, you guys in Styx, you guys had the best band live, like, vocally. I mean, you guys, like, shredded live. I mean, the vocals were... I was always a big fan of that stuff,
And the one thing I knew about Nugent was playing with... he was sitting in with Sammy Hagar when Styx...
Oh, yeah.
It was like our... It was kind of over, but it was still going on. We were playing the Kilroy tour at the Astrodome and
50,000 Texas rockers, right?
And Sammy Hagar was just kicking butt down there and blowing stuff up, and Ted was sitting in with him. And
Ted was jumping over Trans Ams on stage, you know what I mean?
Dressing room, and you can hear a bomb going off in the Astrodome is real loud.
Yeah.
And Nugent with Hagar out there, I thought, oh God, we got so.
You got to follow him up with your Babe and things, and going, oh my gosh.
I mean, I had a great deep respect for Ted that day.
The same thing happened with Night Range. We played the Texas Jam once with Ted, and we made the fatal error of going on right after Ted. In Texas, man, Dallas, Texas, 80,000 people in the Cotton Bowl, and Ted's up there. Ted's just up there, just folding his arms, standing, and he's got people falling out of their chairs, and we went, and Ted just he's shredded and stuff. That was my extent of knowing a lot of Ted. But I'd run into Ted before, seeing him on different tour. We played the Iowa Jam with him once and did a big thing in Michigan, and so I knew a lot of his music, man. Cat Scratch Fever to me is like a rock classic. That and Smoke on the Water to me are the two best rock licks in the history of So I enjoyed everything.
Styx opened for Ted like in '76.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Were you in the band then?
Yep. I was like wearing bell-bottom pants and
big old platform, those real big old ones.
Earth shoes.
Nice to see you kept those too, Tommy.
They're coming back, man.
Yeah, they're coming back. Keep those
Don't
old
let
clothes. They'll come back.
Don't let them kid you. They come back.
Thanks, Randy. Let's talk to Michelle in St. Louis. KC95 is our station there. Hi, Michelle.
Hi. I just want to tell you guys are doing a great job.
Well, thanks, Michelle. Say hello to all my relatives there in St. Louis for me, will you?
Okay. I just want to know if you were planning a tour and you think you'll be coming here into St. Louis.
When we go out and tour, there's going to be very few places on earth that we don't hit. And St. Louis will definitely be one of them.
Yeah. When might you be going out? Any word on that?
Probably May, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, they're fielding offers right now, and
we can't wait.
Put a plan together.
When we put this thing together, it was like let's just go tour right now. And our managers said, no, you got to make a record. And we didn't
even want to make demos.
Man, don't bother us with technicalities about records.
Yeah.
We just want to play live.
I can't believe we were thinking about it. We were seriously thinking maybe we could just go out and play like 3 months before we do an album.
You think we need a record? You don't think we really need a record, do you? And these guys said, guys, come on. So to answer your question, man, we want to play so badly that we can just taste it. We can't wait.
Keep listening to Casey, and they'll tell you what's going on, Michelle. Yeah. Let's talk to Craig as we head to Vancouver. 99.3 The Fox is our affiliate up there in British Columbia. Craig, you're on the Rockline.
Hey, Craig.
Ow.
Listen, I know you all you guys know Sammy Hagar.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering if you could be at the opening of their club, Van Halen's club in Cabo San Lucas.
Yeah, have you heard about that?
Cabo Wabo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly if we're going to be around. That's in April, middle of April. I think.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, the Cabo Wabo Cantina.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be a wild time, and I talked to Michael Anthony about that a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me about it. And yeah, I think you want to go down there, Tommy.
I would go down there. We might have to start rehearsal a couple of days late, but
that'd be fun. Yeah, because everybody's going to be down there having a ball. We heard that place is going to be chaos down there. And since we're label mates, we're both on Warner Brothers, so we might
write it off to the company.
Yeah, hey. Pavogel. Come on, let's go.
Craig, you just planted the seed of trouble, I think.
Big time.
Yeah, look out. We'll take a break. We'll return with Jack and Tommy in just a moment. It's an evening with Damn Yankees. I'm Bob Coburn. Your number to call is toll-free from anywhere in North America. 1-800-344-ROCK.
This is Alice Cooper, and I'll be here next Monday night to take your calls and your blood. Live and nationwide on Rockline. Talk to you then.
I don't know if I'm coming in or not, you know. And not only will Alice be here, but we will talk live with Billy Idol in his first radio interview since the accident, find out what's going on with him. Got some rock and roll for you right now. More new rock and roll by Damn Yankees. This is Bad Reputation on Rockline. Damn Yankees, Bad Reputation. Well, we didn't plan it like this, but we got Ted Nugent on the line after that song. And Ted, how you doing, guy?
What do you know, Coburn? I'm doing rotten. How you doing?
Ted, I told him, I said, I don't know about him being sick. I know he's in his sleeping bag in a tree stand, Upper Peninsula, with your portable phone. Now, tell us the truth. Is that...
Bitch, man, a grizzly bear chewing on my ankle, and I'm playing large caliber guitar licks and killing 3 or 4 at a lick.
That's our Ted.
Bob, are you treating my boys good there?
I'm treating them real fine there, Ted. Taking good care of them here in the Rockline studio.
Yeah, boy.
Just remember, Bob, it said security Ted.
That's right. Yeah, I noticed that in the album. Security Ted. Yeah. Nobody messing with this band, man. So you got knocked down with the flu, huh?
Yo, I'm not quite knocked down, Bobby boy. You know, I'm kind of taking good care of myself because we're getting ready for this tour right now. But I knew that young Tommy and Damn Jack could get over for me. So no, they're covering for me. But yeah, I'm recuperating. I got kind of knocked on my fanny with the bug about the size of a crow.
Well, I'm glad you didn't fly because that getting on a plane when you don't feel good, that just doesn't work out at all. It makes it worse sometimes too.
Yeah.
Now, there's some patented Ted Nugent Gonzo guitar licks on this album, but there's also almost a different style for you this time around. Do you feel you've broadened your range a bit on this album, Ted, or is this more of a return to what the Amboy Dukes were doing all those years ago?
I think it's real accurate, Bob, that you mentioned it's kind of a return for an Amboy Duke format, because back in the late 60s when I had put together, as I think every garage band and every aspiring twang master guitar choker wants, is a band for a vehicle to display his guitar wares, you know. And the Amboy Dukes were heavy duty on the big vocal ensemble with this semi-Caucasian rhythm and blues rock and roll guitar thing going on.
I knew he'd bring that up.
That's really what we got here, and I mean, I just couldn't be happier. And working with guys like Tommy and Jack and Michael. How did Michael get out of coming down there tonight? We got to get Michael going. But it's a great band, and when the folks see us live, we can't be held responsible for what might happen.
Well, that's been the Ted Nugent credo for decades now. Well, I think we're going to try and hear from Michael a little later on. I don't know where he is. He may be back home in Cleveland, but we're going to try and talk to him a little bit later.
You're going to see in the video that's coming out, we just finished it today, just finished the final edit on it today. You'll see how good a time the band has. You know, it looks like a bunch of hair farmers, as much shaking is going on.
I mean, the main thing about it, when we cut the record, Ted and Tommy and myself and Michael, we all said, let's not put any song on this record that we all don't like. You know what I mean? I mean, let's not put a song on the record we don't like. I mean, remember, Ted, we were going through all those other songs and stuff?
Yeah, and I said we can't do that one, guys, because I won't play it live.
You see, Ted is the wimp police on this whole thing. Ted.
The bottom line is that we're all in this for one simple thing, and it's kind of, we can almost feel guilty if I actually knew how, that the basic thrust of the Damn Yankees is that this is just a good, fun rock and roll band, and none of us are worried about anybody else except the 4 of us, and this is what we wanted to play, and God bless Warner Brothers for seeing the power of our music, and we're going to go to great things with this, I'm sure of it.
Well, I can't wait to see you guys live. This music is screaming to be played live in front of an audience.
Sounds like me.
Just plain screaming, huh? Ted, you feel better, man, and we'll check in with you when you're out on the road and knock 'em dead across North America. It's great to have you back rocking with these guys. You got a great combination here, my friend.
Thanks a lot, Bob. You guys are doing good. Jack, Tommy, I'll talk to you guys later, and we'll plan our strategy for taking over America.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ted, get better, buddy.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow, buddy.
Ted Nugent calling from Detroit, Michigan, listening to WRIF back there. We're going to play some more rock and roll by Damn Yankees right now. This one is called Come Again on Rockline. Hey, we're back out of Rockline rolling tonight with Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades from Damn Yankees. And we have Phil on the line right now in Davenport, Iowa, listener of 97X. Hey, Phil.
Hi.
Phil!
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yo, Phil.
All right. Let's see. Jack, Tommy. You guys got a killer combination here. You and Ted. Basically, what my question is, I was kind of wondering about Michael, your drummer. He doesn't kind of stand out as a name that I recognize. I was just kind of wondering, did you like hold auditions for a drummer, or is just one of you guys know him, or just how did you find him?
We never actually held auditions.
We never did.
Tommy, you tell the story.
Well, it started out with Ted and me in New York, and Michael was the drummer that I was working with. I had opened for Rush on a tour there's a couple of years ago, and Michael was in the band that I...
On your solo
right
album tour, right?
Right, and Michael had basically come in to an audition to New York, and it was like near the end of the day, and he came in, it was kind of quiet, and I had borrowed a friend of mine's set of drums, and he came in there and just wrecked the drums. And then he left, and I was going, what? What happened to the drums?
Who's going to pay for these drums?
They broke the bottom head off the snare drum. There's this little pile of, I don't know what this little...
How do you break the bottom one? Stick on the top.
Hitting it from the top.
You tell me,
and then
Bob,
he left.
how do you do this?
So I'm thinking, what happened to the drums? And then Michael left. And so, where'd he go? And so anyway, we found out where he went and got him back, and then Michael just killed on the road. And I had worked with him. Jack and Ted hadn't seen him play live, and this is Michael's first album.
And he did the same thing when we went in. We did the show at the China Club, the first night we really got together. And he went in and destroyed that guy's drum set.
We're walking away, and the tom-tom's kind of dangling, going back and forth.
The dude from New York saying, "Hey, what am I going to do?" Yeah. We're like, "Sorry,
I got a gig
dude.
tomorrow."
Turn the sticks to sawdust.
And Michael is great, man. We cut the tracks for this album. I mean, we had 2 weeks slotted out to cut the tracks, and we did the whole thing like in 7 days. I mean, this is Michael's first record. And no one told Michael that he wasn't supposed to get the take in the first take. You know what I mean? So he'd get it in the first take, and then we'd go on to the next. Our mouths would be open. He goes, "Hey, let's do another one." I mean, it's incredible.
I know we wound up with about 4 days to spare.
It's amazing. Yeah, and he's one of those guys. He plays drums. There's like wood shavings all over.
Yeah, right. I know we did it.
Around the drum set, man.
We played just a little surprise thing at a benefit concert.
He ruined those drums.
And so we're all thinking, man, we just rocked this crowd, and we walked off stage, and someone came up to me and Jack and said, "Hey, man, who's your drummer?"
Time's like,
but didn't you hear me singing that?
Yeah. So Phil, that's how he got in the band.
Yeah. Anyway. So he's really a good pal of ours and a great addition to the band, and man, the world is going to be hearing a lot from Michael Cartellone.
Thanks, Phil. We're going to move on and talk to Paul in Jacksonville, Florida. Rock 105 is our affiliate there. And, Paul, you're on the Rockline with us.
How's it going, Tommy, Jack?
All right.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long time since I heard from any of y'all, but it's nice to see you together in any capacity there.
This is a relative of yours, Tommy. What's going? You sound like you're from the South, like Tommy is. I guess
Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah,
I guess so.
Myself.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm from Boston myself.
Really?
Sure sounds like it. Yeah. You sound just like John Kennedy.
That'd have been my first guess, yeah.
What's the question?
Well, I was going to ask about a reunion by Styx, but of course I heard today on the radio, on Rock 105, that they are getting together without you. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, Tommy, what do you think about that?
I think it's all your fault, Jack.
I had nothing to do. Wait a minute. You can't slough this one off on me. Did
they contact you, Tommy, and say, "We're doing this, we'd like to have you back"? Or what's
timing is everything, and we had talked about it for a couple of years, and, the timing was never right. Dennis and I were both doing solo things, and it almost worked out. I'd been working with these guys for, about 4 or 5 months. We'd done our demos, we got our record deal, we'd already done our pre-production. In fact, it was day one of us starting to record our album, and I was waiting in my apartment for someone to call and say, "Okay, it's time to come over and start." And I got the call from Dennis DeYoung saying, "Okay, we're ready to start now." And it was so that once again the timing was bad, but I'm happy for them, and I know who the guy is who's going to be, filling my position. He's really good, and I think they'll make a great record with.
Can you say who that is? Are you at liberty to say that?
They should announce that. I think that's more appropriate for them. Right. But I'm really excited for them.
And along that line, Jack, what about the ex-Night Ranger guys? What's happening with Jeff and Brad and Kelly right now?
They are really upset at you. I talked to Brad last night.
Wait a minute. Yeah, don't put the heat on me. You jived your way through that last answer pretty good. Brad actually was...
Brad says you owe him money.
I don't owe him any money, man. He owes me $50. No, actually, Kelly's doing an album right now that's going to be on Chrysalis Records. And
a solo record?
Yeah, no, not a solo record. He's with some LA session guys, and they got a great band, and they're in fact cutting their tracks right now. We're going to see Kelly, I think tonight or tomorrow. And Brad's in town, and he was he put a band together, and he was working with some guys, but I don't know if that worked out and everything. And he was with us last night, and we did that party.
Jammed with Brad.
Jammed with Brad at the Palace. And Jeff has put a great band together from what I hear and everything. I talked to Jeff about a month ago. I mean, we talk all the time with the guys. So everybody's working and doing it because there's a lot of music inside of all the guys from Night Ranger, to get out there.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And Paul, thank you for the call. We're going to play some rock and roll right now by Damn Yankees. Don't be fooled by the strings that begin this one. This is High Enough on Rockline. Simulated strings, ladies and gentlemen.
Sang those string parts.
High Enough, the name of that on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. And Bob Coburn with Jack Blades, Tommy Shaw, and Michael Cartellone. Michael, how are you?
Okay, Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Nice to talk to you tonight. The drummer for Damn Yankees on the line here.
Michael Cartellone, what are you doing up this late?
Well, I hope you're not mad at me, but I am on my way there because, I know we're all supposed to do this show, but I got lost. And I'm calling from a Stuckey's.
Hey, pick me up one of those pecan logs, would you?
Yeah, I got your pecan log right.
They have a sale on apple butter if anybody wants.
We don't need those stinking apples.
You must be out in the middle of nowhere if you're at a Stuckey's.
That's right.
Well, congratulations on the new album and your work with the new band here. You must be ecstatic, and I bet you're eager to get out on the road and play some of this stuff live, huh?
I can't wait. That's all I think about.
Now, these guys have been telling stories and swapping lies about you here. Have you been listening? Is most of this true, or are you...
Well, I've already gotten a lot of calls from my relatives in Cleveland. I've got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah. Sorry about the Cleveland thing. Anyway, listen.
I was really mad right now.
How about them Indians, right? Is that...
Indians. Yeah. Hey, spring training.
Yeah, we're glad the spring training's back. Michael, in the video, we filmed it 2 weeks ago, and I said to Michael, how'd you like it? He said, this is the video I've been planning to make my entire life. Because he just rocks in this video. Wait till you see it, man. He just smokes in this video.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Michael, I hear you have a habit of ruining drum kits.
Well, it's never intentional. But I've definitely made a few enemies along the way.
I'll tell you what, I learned my lesson. I don't turn around and watch him play. That first time I saw people in the audience looking at Michael, so I turned around and just about got my nose cut off by a piece of cymbal that came flying by.
I hate when that happens.
I figure I'll take it in the back of the head.
It's always somebody else's drum kit, too, Smart guy there, Michael.
And to this day, he still thinks it was an accident.
Michael, thanks for taking the time to call, and again, congratulations, and nice job on the album, man. You're a nice addition to the band.
Well, thanks, Bob.
All right, we'll talk to you again.
Time.
Michael, Michael, we'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, see you.
See you, Mike.
Get one of those grilled cheese sandwiches to go while you're there, Michael, okay? We're going to talk to Donald in Merced, California right now. Listener
Pecan
95.
Log?
Yeah,
pecan log? Is that what he's
Pecan log. That's what he wants, yeah.
It's disgusting.
One of the good ones.
Oh, that's all right. I'm used to you doing that, Jack. It's no problem.
Sorry about that.
Donald's on the line. He's in Merced listening to 95 KDJK in Modesto, California. Hi there.
Hi, how are you guys doing tonight?
Hey,
man, we're doing great.
What do you think?
When you guys hit the road on your live set, you going to be doing any old NUGENT tunes, Styx tunes, Night Ranger tunes?
We're going to have them in our arsenal. We may, we're going to just kind of see how it goes every night. We know so many tunes already that we'll probably throw one or two of those in.
I mean, what do you think? We were thinking if you call 1-800-ROCKLINE if you think that we should...
No, let's call 1-900, man.
Yeah.
You get a kickback on
Bob
that.
needs a couple bucks extra this week. Well, actually, we were thinking about in the live show maybe doing maybe a couple of Blue Collar Man or Renegade or Rock American, Don't Tell Me You Love Me, or Cat Scratch or Stranglehold, something like that. And but the main thing about this band is that we might even every night play a different sort of repertoire of songs, different set of songs. I mean, we just we have so much.
We don't have a keyboard player.
Yeah, there's nobody in chain mode.
So there's no one saying, "Excuse me, it's going to take me 40 seconds to load the program here." You know?
But the thing is that we've enjoyed when we were rehearsing, just like throwing in different songs and like playing 20 minutes on a Chuck Berry tune or playing an old Stones song. That's satisfaction that we played.
And with Ted's, Ted can just take things, that little extra bit, and we're all good at just letting it go. Let's play it the whole song through twice.
Well, this band kind of came together jamming.
Yeah,
that's really how the band came together in the first place. Now, what about the story that you guys came up with an entire set's worth of material in about 3 hours?
Is
it really true, or is that just for the bio?
No, the first day Jack came in, we said...
That's really true, man. I mean, we wrote and just, we had all these ideas, and we just
I don't know why we did that. We just, I think we got real excited about it, and we wanted to go play it in front of people.
Yeah, when it starts flowing, you just go with it.
So, Donald, the answer is yes.
And yes, and yes, and yes.
Yes, and yes.
I think we will be playing some of the old stuff, and we're not going to let anybody down, because we're all very proud of our past.
There you go. Donald, thanks for the call. Let's talk to Chris. Chris is in Halifax, Nova Scotia, listening to Q104 in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Unbelievable.
Chris, you're on the Rockline.
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Hey, Chris.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine.
What's it like up there in Nova Scotia? Oh, you're supposed to ask a question. Sorry.
Oh, it's not too bad.
I like that. We should play up there.
I played Halifax.
Have you played Halifax?
I played Halifax many times.
How come I've never played Halifax?
Nugent was there in the past.
And the Nuge has been there, too? He said, that's a beautiful city.
The last time he was there was the Scream Dream Tour.
Scream Dream Tour, there you go.
We'll be back.
It will be back. What's the question?
Okay, is there any added pressure to live up to the hype surrounding an all-star lineup like Damn Yankees?
You know what? Until the record came out, I mean, we don't even use those words like, all-stars or superstar band or something like that. I mean, it's just, to us, it's just like Ted, Tommy, and Jack and Michael just, jamming on songs and stuff like that. It's easy for people to try to pigeonhole you when you first come out, and but we never realized or even thought about that. I mean, we just wanted to do what we wanted to do, didn't we?
One thing you'll see with the band, it's not slick. I mean, it's
really not slick. I mean,
at all.
Will admire our adherence to low tech once you see. I mean, we are not slick at all.
So you didn't feel any pressure, obviously. Just
no, I'll tell you.
Well, there was a lot of pressure.
Oh, stop!
We really just look forward to getting out there and playing, because we've got such good chemistry in the band that it's really easy to do. It's so easy.
And we like all the songs on the record. I mean, like I said, we decided not to put a song on the record we didn't like, and so we're really looking forward to playing every song on the record. And I don't think there's. I mean, I feel no pressure. I know Ted doesn't, and I know Tommy doesn't, and I mean, I know Michael doesn't. So we're just excited, and that's just translated into real good things.
Chris, thanks for being on the show. We'll take a time out. We got more songs to play, more calls to take, more things to do. It's Rockline in progress, live and nationwide in the U.S. and Canada on the global side. Tell me how you want it. Damn Yankees on Rockline.
I was singing along with the song.
Yeah. You guys know that tune, huh?
Ron Nevison, our producer's right in there.
Yeah, I know
making faces at us. Quit making faces at us, Ron. Come on.
Nice job on the album there, Ron. We got Erica on the line. Erica's in Cameron Park, California, listening to 98.5 KZAP in Sacramento. And Erica, you're on the show.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great.
Erica, you're even so close to my home.
I know. I used to live by your home, but that's a different story.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I bet.
What I wanted to know was, who are the Never Leave brothers?
Yeah, Hector and Umfante, you mean?
Umfante.
Hey, come on, man. What are you, putting him down or something?
No, it's a lovely name.
Tommy, who is who are those guys? Was I Hector or were you Hector?
You were Hector.
No,
Hector.
You were Hector. It's We'll have to correct you, Erica. It's Hector. Hector and Umfante. Well, you see, Tommy and I sort of never left the studio.
We went in the studio and didn't leave until it was finished.
And we just kept doing a lot of things and more things, and we sort of just ended up being the Never Leave brothers. And Tommy became Hector, and I was Umfante, I think. Is what. No, there are these two.
You get weird after you've been in one room.
Hey, dude, I don't get weird. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know what Tommy's talking about. I disavow anything. No, actually, there was these two guys that sang great on the album. I mean, they were just these a couple dudes that were just. They didn't.
Hector was the cool one.
Hector was had a big hat, big old hat and everything. Anyway, they turned out singing a lot of stuff on the record, and we were real happy having them around.
There you go, Erica. She mentioned your house and all that. You were rehearsing at one point, and the earthquake hit, didn't it, last October?
Oh, yeah.
And you were rehearsing the band. You probably thought it was you guys at first, right?
Oh, man, we were up there. We're up there in my place, right? And we're rehearsing. Ron was with us. Ron, you know about this.
Yeah, Ron decided to visit the rehearsal
that day, huh?
This is Ron's Ron plans to visit us. He's up there, and all of a sudden we're playing along a song, and Ron just starts like waving his arms, like stop. And we're like, what? We're playing Bad Reputation. We were just writing the song, weren't we? And
I thought that I had kind of tripped or something because all of a sudden I lost my balance.
And Ron's like waving. We thought like he didn't dig the chorus.
I thought Ron was just really getting into it.
Stop.
And here's the thing, man. All of a sudden the walls are like moving. We're like, whoa, it's an earthquake. And we look outside in my pool, and we're like, I lost like 4 feet of water. It's like
Ted's
a tidal.
still playing. We're all stopping. Ted's still playing.
Ted's just in there, just soloing away, man. And then all of a sudden, 15 seconds later, it stops, and it's like everything's quiet. And we're all looking at each other going, whoa. And Ted stops, and he looks up, and he goes, earthquake, huh? And then looks back and starts playing again, man. We just shook our head. It's like nothing phases him, man. Nothing can phase him.
That's great. Erica, thanks for the call. Let's talk to Megan. She's in Los Angeles, 95.5 KLOS, our station there. Hi.
Hi. How are you guys?
Great.
My question is for Tommy. I know that in July of '83 you had an injury to your arm. Remember, I'm sure.
I seem to have some recollection of that.
I think you were trying to get into your condo in the desert, as I remember.
Wow.
And
how'd she know?
I don't know. I was afraid there was going to be one of these kind of calls.
And well, I was wondering how you were recovering, and I remember so well because I was your personal nurse at the time.
You're kidding.
Her name is Mimi.
Hi, Mimi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How's your arm?
How's your arm?
My arm is much better now. So am I.
You had a condominium. Man, you were a rich
condominium.
Dude. You were a rich dude, weren't you? And he had a condo in Palm Springs. That's disgusting. Tommy, I got to talk to you about these things.
Yeah,
man.
I'm feeling much better now, though.
Tommy's on the hot seat, and Jack's getting off on all this, man. He's got that look in his eye.
Tommy's
He's eating this up
over here. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
No, I hurt my arm really bad.
Yeah, you did. You told me about that. It was bad. Wow.
Well, thanks, Megan or Mimi or whoever you are.
For bringing up that good part of Tommy's past.
This is your life, Tommy Shaw. We'll be back in a moment with Jack and Tommy from Damn Yankees. Call us toll-free at 1-800-344-ROCK on the Global Satellite Network. Jack, don't bust a gut, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
What was that last town?
Yeah. I think I've been there.
Motor City.
Rock City. Damn Yankees on Rockline. We have a call from Omaha now. It's Mari, a listener of Z92. Hi.
Hi, this is Mari from Omaha. I want to say hi to Tommy from M&S. I just wanted to know, in the last couple years, you've still been listed in the Berrien County Horse Show as special projects. Is that just in name only now? Is that flying on its own, or do you have any connection with them?
I don't really have any. What are you laughing at, Jack? I'm going to kill you.
All these people that you, from your past.
No, call specially for you.
No, this is okay.
Okay. Well, Tommy, you're still listed in those horses.
No. That was a legit thing, and I'm not really connected with that anymore. We helped get that started, and that's a good cause. It's a youth fair. Jack.
I'm sorry.
No. I helped put a lot of the Hunters and Jumpers thing together there, and still there's probably a what do you call it, a trophy that still gets given away there.
Oh, and that's why your name's still involved or something.
It's the Tommy Shaw trophy. It's, Thank you, Maury. We're going to talk to Paul quickly. No, we don't have time. We're out of time. I hate to do that to somebody, but we have run out of time.
Lucky for Tommy, we've run out of time.
Thanks to everybody for listening and for calling. The Rockline address is P.O. Box 4383, Hollywood, California, 90078. Now, next week, we're going to trash the place with Alice Cooper, and we'll also talk live with Billy Idol. Then coming soon on Rockline, Heart, Little Feet, and lots more. Special thanks tonight to Bruce Bird, to Carmen Beck, also Doug Banker, Bud Prager, Rich Tatoyan, also to Patty Oates and Larry Butler from Warner Brothers Records, and of course to
Kenny
Jack
Pavlovo,
Blades, Ted Nugent, Tommy Shaw, and Mimi.
Oh, Bob, man, it's always a real pressure hanging out with you.
Thanks so much, Jack. And
remind me never to come back here.
It's great to see both of you guys. Congratulations on the record.
Thanks,
Have a good time
Bob.
on the tour coming up before too very long. It's Damn Yankees. They'll be headed to your town.
See you real soon.
I'm DC. I'll be seeing you in a week.